The San Francisco 49ers are at home this week, coming off a bye. The Indianapolis Colts rolling into town, coming off their second win of the year, and coming off another nice game for Carson Wentz, who didn't have to throw much, but when he did, the results were more than favorable.
Gonna take his shot, wide open is his man, it's caught!
Wentz didn't throw for a lot of yards, but no picks, 2 scores, over 125 on the rating scale, and yards per attempt over 11.
Flinging it far side, it's caught!
No real go-to guy when the Colts pass. No one in last week's game had more than 3 targets.
On 2nd and 8, Wentz putting his back into it, finding T.Y. Hilton.
So can he keep it going against the Niners' pass defense? On one hand, they haven't allowed a lot of passing yards per game, have held teams to 7 yards per attempt.
Sets and throws, picked off by San Francisco.
But on the other hand, they've allowed a 99.7 rating, and they have struggled to pressure QBs.
Murray throwing for the end zone, and he fits it in!
The 49ers also have to be concerned with Jonathan Taylor, who had yet another home run play last week.
Taylor breaking free! Has a lead blocker! Taylor all the way down to the 5-yard line!
He now goes up against an average run defense, San Fran allowing 4.3 a pop so far.
Oh, Rondale Moore down the sideline!
The biggest weak spot for the 49ers defense in the red zone.
Got the corner, got the touchdown!
And on paper, that's your X-Factor matchup because the Colts went into last week as the worst red zone team in the NFL, though to their credit, they were 2 for 2 on that front in Week 6.
Jonathan Taylor and his monstrous day continues.
49ers offense, one of the best inside the 20.
Breaks a tackle and a 49er touchdown!
And that's an area the Colts have struggled in.
There it is, caught! Touchdown!
Indy's defensive issues this year have mostly been through the air. One of the worst ratings allowed, worst yards per attempt allowed, completion percentage in that same boat.
Mills' beautiful pass!
And part of the problem is few teams pressure QBs less often than they have.
Mills, nice pass over the middle.
However, they did at least play Davis Mills tough. No TDs allowed, under 6 yards per attempt, just a 62.5 rating, and 2 picks.
That pass is intercepted!
And turnovers have been a specialty of Indy so far.
That pass is picked! It's Darius Leonard!
Now, they go up against Trey Lance, or they go up against Jimmy G, or both. Both guys were hurt going into their bye week. Garoppolo has a better rating and has 5 TDs against 2 picks.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Lance has a rating close to 90, 3 TDs, and 1 pick.
Deebo Samuel getting the party started for Trey Lance.
No matter who gets the nod, and often they still use Lance even if Garoppolo is out there, their primary target will likely be Deebo, Samuel averaging more than 100 yards per game this season.
Lance steps up and throws on the run. Deebo Samuel wide open.
Who they go to after that is hard to say, but it won't be George Kittle. The 49ers' injuries impacting their offense as well as their defense, and it's a big reason they are middle of the pack in scoring.
Lance is in trouble. Down he goes.
Big game for both of these teams. Colts fans feel like they should be going for 4 straight. The Niners, hoping their week off, help them get healthy enough to find some kind of rhythm. Plop those predictions into the comments section. We'll plop some up on the screen for you. A rested New Orleans Saints squad heads off to the Northwest this week to face off with the Seattle Seahawks, who got a taste of what it's like to not have Russell Wilson behind center. And you know what? It might not be Rocky 1, but Rocky 2 is still a good movie. Shrek 2 was solid. You know what I mean?
Smith has time and complete to Gerald Everett. The tight end spins out of a tackle. Everett running with a purpose all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Here's the thing. Geno Smith isn't going to produce like Russ, but he kept them competitive last week, and that's as much as you can ask for him at this point.
Smith pulls it and throws it to Will Dissly, the tight end, for the touchdown.
He also has to deal with the Hawks' O-line without Wilson's mobility, which led to 5 sacks last week, the final one the nail in the coffin.
Geno Smith will drop deep, he'll pump, he'll take it, lost the football, knocked out by 1, recovered by Devin Bush.
He at least isn't facing a team with a fierce pass rush so far. The Saints just 8 sacks.
Jones on first down, wide open, it's Barkley.
They do pressure QBs at a decent rate, though, and rank okay in QB hits.
Demario Davis coming around the corner. That's about as scary a sight as you can see if you're a quarterback.
And they will make things hard for Smith when he passes. They are top 5 in rating allowed and completion percentage allowed and have 9 interceptions this season.
Heineke protected well. Everyone covered initially, fires, and it's picked.
Seattle adapted to their situation last week by running more. Alex Collins hitting at over 5 yards a pop for 100-plus yards on the ground.
Collins, third time to the secondary. And Collins is taken out of bounds.
But again, the Saints are tough here too. Just 3.3 yards per carry allowed, best in the league.
Scott Turner dialing up another run. This is Gibson trying to run for it. He needed the 36, and I don't think he got it.
New Orleans deserves more praise for their defensive play because they don't have many soft spots. Elite when it comes to red zone D and third down D too.
Here they go on third and short. Heineke feels the pocket start to collapse on the run, and that one was nearly picked.
So can Seattle turn it into a defensive slugfest if need be? They contained Pittsburgh's rush attack well enough last week.
Harris trying to cut back, and Adams snooping around by that line of scrimmage there in the run game.
And they also didn't allow Big Ben to do much against them through the air.
Ben deep shot for Deontay Johnson. Broken up in the last second by DJ Reed.
But they have not played as well on either front when you look at their overall body of work.
Eric Ebron rushing touchdown.
On the ground, they not only have to worry about Alvin Kamara.
Back to the ground game. Kamara shot out of the cannon, and he's in. Touchdown.
But there's also Mr. X Factor.
Quarterback power, he's bowling over linebackers, D-linemen, and Dory Jackson wants no part of it.
And of course, through the air, it's famous Jameis. And the last time we saw him, he had Saints fans screaming, Jameis!
2nd and 10, little wobbly pass, and it's picked! Intercepted!
Then it was a whole lot more of Jameis!
Winston's gonna take another chance. Wide open is his man, it's Harris, and he is in! Touchdown!
Winston has 12 TDs, just 3 picks, a rating close to 110.
Just going to take his shot, throwing towards the end zone, and it is caught! My goodness! Touchdown!
He really has stepped up so far. He doesn't throw for as many yards as he did with Tampa, but he's making way fewer mistakes, fitting the Saints as well as an Ace Ventura parallel parking job.
Winston's third down pass, wide open is Callaway.
Will he keep it going against the Hawks, or can Geno keep them in the NFC West race? You tell us. All your scores fit nicely into the comment section. Ours fit on the screen like a glove.